Constant rotation, it's all about the wrist.
Podcast is brought to you by Audible.com. Audible is the premier provider of digital audiobooks. Audible has over 180,000 titles to choose from on your iPhone, Android, Kindle, MP3 player, and 500 other devices apparently. So that's, a range of plethoras. Maybe your Tesla. Get that in there. Start driving around.
Plethora of Teslas.
Plethora of Teslas. Yeah, I don't know where that came from, but fucking killing it. Phone's going off. But look at that. It's a notification saying that Audible has 180,000 titles to choose from on your iPhone, Android, Kindle, in the genres of business, romance, comedy, sci-fi, and more. Go over to audibletrial.com/consultation. Get yourself one free audiobook. Download a 30-day free trial, and you'll be supporting this network, making two men talking about video games happy. Thank you.
Hey, guys. Interrupting your podcast here to bring you a fucking ad in your face, in your ears from the wonderful place of blueberry.com, BLUBRRY.com. That is where you'll get all your podcast hosting, podcast statistics, or if you just need a PowerPress plugin, or you could just go through full PowerPress sites, get it all in one location, one solution, seamless integration with WordPress. Exceeding your monthly storage is not a problem with blueberry.com. You will just get your overage included in the one price that you pay every single month. Replace your archive for free, print your export, print everything, just get it everywhere, pass it out to your homies, pass it out to your grandma, pass it out to your mom, pass it out to your dog, just get everything out there. But Blueberry will let you do that just for one price. Go over there, hit order now on the homepage, go over to the promo code, type in variable, VARIABLE. That is variable, our promo code. It'll get you one free month of premium subscriptions from blueberry.com. Shout out to them. Thank you for sponsoring this podcast. If I had to do a poll of like what's the worst day of the week, Josh, what would you say?
Monday.
But like can I get a little bit of a fuck Monday? Can we all do it together? 1, 2, 3. Fuck Monday.
Well, I think Monday would lose in the poll, but personally, I like it.
Josh, what I'm here to tell you is that Mondays are music-oriented. Mondays.
That's why I like them.
Ah, dude, there we go. Where do you go? You go to soundcloud.com/consultation and get into that.
Where else would you go?
I don't know, but that is the place where you should be. 8 a.m. every Monday. New in rotation compilation, about 30 tracks. We fuck with hip-hop, fuck with acoustic, fuck with all that shit. All the genres blended together every single week. Josh, one more time. Just what's the worst day of the week?
Not Monday.
Because
Constant rotation is bringing you all those compilations every Monday.
Damn, Josh, I like that. Boom.
There's only one hope. It's some constant rotation. In theaters. After previews. Viewer discretion is advised.
They are. We are after them.
That was some deep shit, Garrett. That was deep, man. I like it.
That was my my new poem coming to stores next April when it's real gloomy outside. To make
April 20th?
April 20th. That is when the poem will be out.
All 100%. Right. Welcome back to After the Previews. I'm Kyle. This is Garrett.
That's me. How you doing?
Where we're talking everything movies. We got a lot of stuff going on in the movie world this week, so we're going to bring that to you. First up, the top 10 at the box office last weekend. First up, we've got Suicide Squad making $20.7 million. Third week in a row at number 1. Congrats. Congrats, David Ayer, and congrats to the cast of Suicide Squad. Number 2.
100%.
We've got Sausage Party at $15.3 million. Good job for the low-budget animated film with a little bit of controversy behind it.
Titties.
Now, number 3, we've got a movie that your boy and I kind of overlooked completely last weekend.
Yeah, I don't really know what happened with that. How do we run a movies podcast but not calling them, like, not even have number 3 talked about it all the week that it opens? I don't know where I got my sources.
Arguably the biggest movie. It was definitely the biggest new movie this week. So 100%. We missed that one. That was our bad.
You know what? I'll take credit. That was me, guys. I'm sorry, but I just want you to know that next week I will definitely make sure that we have at least all movies covered.
So as for the missing movie, War Dogs comes in at $14.3 million, taking your number 3 spot. I saw this movie. It was fucking awesome. Number 4.
Why don't you slow your fucking roll?
At number 4, we got Kubo the Two Strings, $12.6 million. Week 1, its budget was at 60 though. At
averaging at like a little bit less than four grand a theater. I don't know if that's where they wanted to be. What do you think, Kyle?
I doubt it. I mean, this is the studio that just recently came out and said all this about we're not making any sequels, we're not making any reboots, we're not making any remakes. We're doing all original content here. So I don't know. They're taking a big stand against the big money making franchises. So maybe they saw this coming.
Yeah, like when you look at, I don't know, you had Big Hero 6 recently. Even Zootopia is like based off of a bunch of different shit.
Yeah, exactly.
So I hope we stop being hypocrites and saying that we hate remakes and remasters and all this shit, and then we don't go support original content. It's kind of weird. I don't know. But that's on us if, put your money where your mouth is. But yeah, that came in as a our first week movie, but it's only coming in at number 4.
Yeah.
Number 5 is Pete's Dragon, not number
2 where you thought it was going to be.
Hey, in the list that we have here, Ben-Hur was at fucking 5, so at least I had it in the top 10. At least I wasn't completely off. I'm
not gonna lie, I'm surprised Pete's Dragon is even in the top 5. I really thought Jason Bourne was gonna stay in there.
I don't know why I thought it was gonna be in the top 2, but I guess it was
extreme
it's
gross
its second
overthought.
week though, so that was my bad. But I thought I was just thinking that there was no kids movie, but then I guess Kubo was your kids movie, but. I don't know, man. I was just hoping for the best.
Yeah. Moving on. Number 5, we've got Ben-Hur at 11.4 million.
6.
Huh?
6 is Ben-Hur.
I'm dumb. I'm reading off my list.
Yeah, I didn't realize that Pete's Dragon went up, but it's all good. Ben-Hur.
All right, 6, we've got Ben-Hur at 11.2 million.
That's a remake, man, of a remake, and it's definitely not doing what they wanted it to do. Cost $100 million to make. They're gonna lose so much money. It's like, dude, I feel so bad for Toby Kebbell, honestly.
It's 2 shitty movies in a row.
And then I'm just gonna round off the top 10 for you guys. Jason Bourne, Bad Moms at 8, Secret Life of Pets at 9, and Florence Foster Jenkins at 10. Florence Foster Jenkins is kind of doing well. I don't know what that movie cost. I hope not much, but can never guarantee,
Couldn't tell you.
Couldn't tell you either. Neither can boxofficemojo.com, which is where we got all this information. So shout out to you guys.
Check this out, man. I got all 5 of my predictions in the top 10.
Mm-hmm. They're just out of order.
Yeah, they're just out of order. And my number 4, Kubo and the Two Strings, was actually number 4, Kubo and the Two Strings.
Nice.
I'm with it.
All right. Well, good for fucking you. Anyways, Imperium should have been number 5. Where is Imperium on this list?
Yeah, whatever happened to that? Oh, man, that fucker is down there. Wow. Where the fuck?
No.
No way.
No way.
It's not on the list.
Imperium? Maybe it didn't come out this week. Yeah, that's not found. That's weird. All right. We'll check back on that and let you know. Maybe we got our weeks wrong. Who knows? You want to go into news, man?
Yeah, let's go into some news.
News.
Take
it away, Kyle.
I mean, there's like a bunch of non-news.
Bro, what do you mean? Rogue One's meaning in the title is news.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so we got
you take this one.
Rogue One's title. That meaning was revealed by its director, Gareth Edwards. That's the new Star Wars spinoff that's going to take place in between 3 and 4, and it's coming out this December. And this is just a quick quote. Rogue One is a military call sign to some extent. This is the first film that's gone off piste? I don't know, Pista?
Piste?
Off piste. And that is not a part of the saga or the Anakin story. So it's the Rogue One, So, and it also describes Felicity.
That was so insightful.
Yeah.
What?
And kind of describing Felicity Jones' character as well in some way. In all of this, these split multi-meanings that made it feel like the right choice for the name.
Damn, dude. A triple entendre? Wow, man. I can't believe... I can't believe everyone had to have
Looking for a new co-host.
I can't believe anyone had to have that spoon fed to them. Come on.
I didn't understand the Rogue One title.
What?
That's some intricate shit, bro. Mission Impossible 6 halts production over Tom Cruise's pay due to his raise at Universal, reportedly.
What? Is he making too much money?
No, basically, Universal stopped the production on Mission Impossible 6. That's not in production right now. They stopped it.
Right, because of his pay?
Yeah, apparently Tom Cruise got signed on to the Mummy, and now he's making more at Universal than he did at Paramount. Tom Cruise is the type of person who has been put outside of fucking jets, put on top of buildings, like, and he actually does his own stunts, and he's almost 50. Name another 50-year-old action actor who's gonna actually do that. You know what I mean? So I feel like if anyone in the world is able to ask for a raise and should be given the money, and I hate this diva actors bullshit and actor bullshit where it's like, I'm not doing shit until you get more money. But if it is the case where Tom Cruise is asking for more money and he's just asking you to match that price that someone else already said that he was worth because of the success of Mission Impossible and other franchises alike, I feel like that's ridiculous. Yeah, you should get the money, but like,
just give him the money.
Don't be a little bitch, dude. If it's like, if
just throw back to the 90s, man,
this
and
was
show him the money.
If this was Daniel Radcliffe, I'd be like, dude, chill. He's like, I was Harry Potter. I demand $5 million for Imperium. It's like, our budget's $5 million, sir. And it's just like, well, fuck y'all.
Show him the money. Show him the money.
Sam Mendes,
Skyfall, and Spectre director is in top. Oh, dude, Spectre director. Yes. Skyfall and Spectre director is in talk to direct a James and the Giant Peach live action remake for Disney.
Kyle,
I'm down.
the Spectre director, Everett.
The Spectre director is taking over James and the Giant Peach. I'm with that.
You like James and the Giant Peach?
I don't necessarily like the story because I hardly remember it, but I like the idea of Disney doing a live action remake because so far I like most of their live action remakes.
Which ones did you like the most out of Cinderella and such?
I liked Jungle Book.
Yeah,
I loved the Jungle
I forgot
Book.
about that one. That one is the best. Like objectively, like
yeah, like real talk. Like I'm not gonna lie to you. Jungle Book is amazing. I've seen just the trailer for Beauty and the Beast already, and I already know that's gonna be great. What else have they redone? Well, Snow White and the Huntsman. That one was tight.
That wasn't Disney.
Oh, that wasn't Disney, was it? Nah, fuck me.
No, they've done they did that other one that was like okay, fucking Maleficent, and that was just whatever.
That one wasn't bad. It was enjoyable enough.
It was whatever.
Yeah,
it was whatever. I want to forget about it. Jennifer Lawrence, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, they're the highest paid actors in Hollywood. Mic drop.
Who didn't see that coming?
Yeah, but Robert Downey Jr. was actually the highest paid actor last year, so that's like the biggest part.
That
of
makes
it.
sense.
Like, there's a little flip there. Cool.
He's not the head of Marvel movies this year.
Now let me ask you something. How do you feel about Martin Scorsese movies?
I love them, dude. You got The Aviator. You've got The Departed, arguably the best crime drama.
Wolf of Wall Street, dude.
Wolf of Wall Street, absolutely. You've got Catch Me If You Can. Martin Scorsese is the man.
Yeah.
Didn't he do Goodfellas? Yeah, he did.
Yeah. So now, what is your opinion of 3-hour movies?
Depends on who's directing it.
How do you feel about a 3-hour Martin Scorsese movie?
I'll take it.
I will sit there.
You
for
know
4
how
hours.
long? I don't give a shit if it's
been
5
3
hours,
years, dude, since he had a movie. So
yeah,
it's I'll sit there, and Andrew Garfield starring in it.
Oh, this movie's gonna be great.
Yeah, finally someone gives Garfield the respect that he deserves, man. He got a rough break with that Spider-Man role. He really did.
You know, I think he did a good job with it. And I think those movies took it a little bit too hard. I liked them.
He did awesome, but he just, I don't know. He just got screwed.
Bad timing.
Yeah, if he was just a little bit younger and was in these Marvel movies, he would probably be doing a better job.
Or if he was just a little bit older.
Or they had a better director. The fucking
and he was a
producer.
good friend of Sam Raimi.
I don't know about that. All right. Anyways.
I can't see Andrew Garfield in the Raimi Spider-Man movies.
But I could definitely see him in the Tom Holland.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, next up. Angry Birds 2 is in production over at Rovio. Whatever.
No shit. Cool.
Who cares? Move on. Blade Runner sequel adds Jared Leto to the cast with Ryan Gosling and Harrison Ford. I like the cast already.
Yeah, and the Villeneuve, the guy who did Prisoners and Sicario, is directing the movie.
Oh, right on.
So, I mean, the producers of the movie are kind of iffy. They have spotty history. They made some pretty terrible movies. If you want to look them up on IMDb, I can't really remember, but I remember looking at this and just being like, what the fuck is this? Like, why are you guys producing the Blade Runner 2 sequel? But Villeneuve, and he has Deakins as the cinematographer, who is literally probably the best cinematographer ever made.
but
Ever made.
Yeah, just made in production.
Someone made him in a lab.
If they could
in
mass produce that for
deep
us, that'd
Nevada.
be great. But yeah, Deacon's crazy, dude. I wanna know the story of Deacons, but I don't know. Cool. Jared Leto will be a great time. Hopefully he's not cut from the movie.
Ouch.
Godzilla animated movie coming out next year. Psychopaths. The movie writer Gen Urobuchi is penning the screenplay for an original story. Just something cool. I don't know. It was a
How is
random
there
piece of
any
news.
original Godzilla story anymore?
Yeah, that's true too.
Come on.
It's gonna be probably very.
It's gonna be
straightforward.
giant lizard comes up, has some part in destruction of town.
Yeah, Kyle. Well, that sounds dope.
Yeah, it does, but like, no, don't call it original.
Touche.
If you're gonna piss on my face, don't tell me it's raining.
What do you got against original shit, dog? You
Nothing.
You hate original concepts?
No, I welcome original
You
concepts.
hate a peace of mind,
I don't
dog?
want people to lie to me, Garrett.
Do you like the movie Clue?
Are we back on Clue again?
Yeah, we're back on
We're back
Clue.
on fucking Clue again.
Because that sold all the views.
Did you
for
like the
last
movie
week.
Clue?
Did you like the movie Clue? Guardians of the Galaxy and Captain Marvel will be in Avengers Infinity War. What role do we think they'll play?
They're gonna meet our heroes from Earth,
Mm-hmm.
and then they're gonna team up against Thanos.
Yeah.
Pretty
But
much, that's how.
Where
it's
do we
gonna go.
think Thanos is going to play with the whole Gamora bullshit and whatnot? Like
I
how-
don't know. I think for maybe a second, Thanos is like, "Oh, Gamora, you're my daughter," and she'll be like,
They're not
"No,
going to play into that more?
huh?"
They're not going to play into that more? you
I
don't think?
seriously doubt it because we already know that Gamora hates him.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they do some kind of story where like he tries to convince Gamora that it was all for the better, and she's like, "Oh, okay, you're right." But I seriously doubt that.
Okay.
I don't think she gives in. Gamora's pretty strong.
That's interesting. I
No,
don't
I
know.
feel.
That's super anticlimactic the way that you put it.
No.
Yeah, that was super anticlimactic, dude. There's got to be some conflict, and like they got to definitely play into the daughter.
It doesn't have to be Gamora, dude. They can have conflict anywhere else. We got a whole.
But that's
if
all
they
I'm
focus-
saying is that has to be the reason why she's there. Is because she wants to
No,
fucking
she's
take
part
her
of
dad
Guardians
down.
of the Galaxy.
So just because she's a part of the Guardians of the Galaxy, she's gonna take her dad down.
Okay, maybe she takes him down, but like I don't think they play too heavily into, putting a storyline based strictly around her.
Oh no, I don't mean like the through plot line. I just mean like there's definitely gonna be some hints of it in the movies leading up to it.
Oh yeah, they'll be
I hope they don't just
hints
crash
of it.
land on the Earth like during the battle scene and they're like, hey, we saw that there's some shit going down. Let me come help you. I want more. I want to see like Peter Quill interact with Tony Stark. And
Well,
I
we
wanna
get
see
Guardians of the
Rocket.
Galaxy 2 before Infinity War.
Yeah, we get Guardians is our next movie after Doctor Strange.
Yeah, there's gonna be a shitload of stuff going on in
But
Guardians.
Thanos isn't in Guardians apparently.
No, I know, I get that.
So it's, like,
Thanos
weird.
is in Infinity War.
Yeah, but why? Like I don't know. I don't see. I just want to know what's gonna go down. That's all. It's weird.
I don't know. I think you're
mean,
thinking too far ahead.
I don't know. That's just the news in the week. Infinity War is going to reset the universe. Apparently, they're talking about how there's definitely an endpoint coming to fruition, and that's due to a lot of contracts coming into the end and various. I don't know. Just you could just tell that maybe they need to do some new Avenger stuff, or you don't know what they're gonna do, but there's definitely gonna be a shift after these Infinity War movies. play
Yeah, they
out.
got to get away from these core Avengers because eventually people are gonna get bored.
Eventually, you're gonna lose because law of diminishing returns will get you.
Right.
You can't make. You're gonna start. You know what I mean? Like shareholders are gonna be like, "Yo, motherfuckers, why didn't you make $1 billion on Ant-Man 5?" And it's like, well, what do you mean?
Well, because we made an
It's like,
Ant-Man
well,
5.
Ant-Man was in Avengers 4, and that did. So what do you mean? So I don't know. I'm pretty pumped.
I'm open for whatever new content they throw at me at this point. Like I'm getting super optimistic about Marvel movies because none of them are bad enough that I'm like I didn't like that movie.
I've never really, except for like Iron Man 2.
I mean, even that
Thor
one.
2 is pretty whatever, but they're not bad. I agree.
Yeah.
Captain Marvel? No, Captain Marvel. Captain
Yeah,
Marvel.
I wrote about this one.
Is did you?
Yeah.
I won't hold up. Get through all these. According to Deadline, the Film Institute has canceled Friday's planned screening of The Birth of a Nation, which was followed by the Q&A with filmmaker and star Nate Parker. The move comes as a distributor fought Searchlight deals with the potential fallout from an old rape charge against Parker that has now resurfaced. That's weird.
Sucks to suck, man. Wrong place, wrong time, I guess.
Yeah, but Birth of a New Nation was like literally just sold for like $18 million.
Yeah, no, it's supposed to be a really powerful movie, I guess. So
Nate Parker's supposed to be the man, so that's no good. But don't rape people. I'm not saying he did, but
yeah, I mean,
don't put yourself in situations where that could happen. Because the minute you get any exposure, that's when they're gonna pounce on you, dude.
yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm just saying. The Blair Witch got a new trailer this week and poster. It looks scary. There's gonna be a screening at Comic-Con, or no, there was a screening at Comic-Con. So, I mean, people already know that it's scary. I don't know. I'm not really that excited.
Yeah,
I like the secret movies, but not when it's lame.
I just don't want to. I don't want to see it. It looks.
Did you have the Flash movie stuff?
No, I didn't talk about that one.
The Flash movie, I think it's out in 2018. It's set to have the Rogues to be the villains of the movie.
You were like, I think it's out in 2018.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I thought you knew it was.
Yeah, it is.
I'm confused.
I just didn't. It is in 28. What are you getting at?
I don't know. It was funny to me, and I thought.
Okay.
Flash movie is out in 2018. I don't really know a whole lot about Flash backstory, to be honest. Like, the Rogues are the villains of the movie. I know I've heard that name before. Like, Kevin Smith has probably mentioned it. So, I guess that could be cool. Honestly, like, if the Justice League goes the way that I think that one's gonna go, then I think the rest of the movies afterwards will be fun. Like, as long as there's like some joy aspect to being a superhero, then because. I mean, when I think of superheroes, I think of like, oh man, I wish I could be that. Like, I'm not like, oh god, I'm glad I'm not a superhero.
Fuck, that's true.
I guess it's a different take on it. Like, if anyone else is thinking like, oh, that's cool, then someone's winning with the DC universe. But I want to be a superhero. I don't want to like be afraid of being a superhero.
So Josh Boone, the director of the New Mutants spinoff movie from the X-Men franchise, has his he directed Fault in Our Stars, and the writers from that movie are going to be penning that script as well.
The New Mutants?
Yeah.
Oh,
so
right on.
The group is likely gonna, based off an interview that he already had, Wolf's Bane, Mirage, Cannonball, Sunspot, Magic, and Warlock. Anya Taylor-Joy, who is currently rumored to be playing Magic. That's all I got for you. What do you think of that?
I don't know too much about the characters. I mean, because like this is like way post X-Men, like regular X-Men.
Yeah.
But I worry that because this is like the team from The Fault in Our Stars, I don't want comic book movies to become the new YA type film, you know?
I think that's true. I don't want that to happen either. But the YA genre will definitely blend into certain.
Yeah, like I think
franchises.
that's on its way because like all these. I mean, I know that these are a bunch of kid mutants. Like I do know that much about the New Mutants, especially these ones: Cannonball, Magic, Warlock. I know those ones. Those are kids, and I mean, just like seeing that name, The Fault in Our Stars, right there. I mean, that just screams YA to me. So. I don't know. I guess if you have a good enough writer, it could be good. I just don't want the superhero franchises to become cliche
Aren't
movies.
these characters teenagers though?
Yeah.
Like early 20s too.
Some of them are like early 20s. They're like late teens. But like the point is they're like, huh?
Isn't that like the basis of like a YA movie? So wouldn't it like be a natural fit?
Yeah, but like the YA movies are kind of corny.
No, but what if they took like the right elements?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like that's what I'm saying. Like if you're a good enough writer, then if you take all the elements you need to make a decent movie that has like an actual flow to it that feels like a good story, then yeah, it could be good. I don't know. Typically YA movies to me, they all have the same plot. It's like a bunch of kids trying to fight the evil adults who they don't trust.
Yeah.
Because they're kind of shady, but these kids are all pure and all knowing, and like after they beat all the adults, it's going to be a kid-run world until they're adults, and then we have another fucking wave of kids who want to fight the evil adults who don't believe in shit.
I agree.
You know, like
I get what you mean.
Yeah. So
there's good ones though.
Yeah, there's good ones. I mean,
throw them all in the pot.
No. There's definitely good
in
ones.
Itself is like a YA movie.
Yeah, I feel like Harry Potter was one of the. I don't know when. I can't say it was one of the first YA movies because I mean.
It's not true.
Yeah, no. Fucking Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Technically, it was a YA movie at one point.
So Edge of Tomorrow's director, Doug Liman, he
left Gambit.
yeah, now he's doing Justice League Dark apparently.
He didn't only bail on a superhero movie, but he switched companies completely. I guess, I mean, I heard, from what I understand, he left Marvel on like mutual terms though, so it wasn't like he was fired and he like just quit real quick. Or yeah, sorry, Fox. You know what I mean. But I mean, yeah, that's cool. He's gonna do Justice League Dark. I kind of forgot that Justice League Dark was even being made.
Yeah, well, I thought they were doing the fucking. Isn't there a animated Justice League Dark movie coming out next year or this year?
I think it already came out.
Oh, it did. Yeah, well, that's what I thought. I thought they just took a script from the live action version and just made it that.
Oh.
When Guillermo started pulling on too many projects and all that bullshit. Because it was originally like Guillermo's thing.
Yeah. What did he leave for?
Well, he left he ended up doing the Pacific Rim. But he was like attached to like The Hobbit at the same time and like all this other shit. Like there's a lot going on for Guillermo.
Staying busy.
Last thing, not really that big of news. Michael Pena's going to be back for Ant-Man and the Wasp, the sequel to Ant-Man. I love Ant-Man. I love Michael Pena's part in Ant-Man, so I feel like he's a great part that's going to service the story properly as long as they utilize his proper strategically integratizingly perfect, awesome,
make up some more words.
Superly fragilistically docious, awesome, fucking cool actor.
Nice.
Send that to Michael Pena.
All right. But I'm stoked. I mean, it's not like I didn't think he was coming back, but it's good to know that he is, because that was a fun character. What are you doing?
Thinking about Michael Pena.
No.
He makes me happy.
I've got a bunch of new, like, random stuff on here. I've got some non-news. I kept them short, but first one I read this was pretty funny. Ian McKellen, or Sir Ian McKellen, sorry. Yeah. Sorry, sir. Sir Ian McKellen was offered $1.5 million to officiate Sean Parker's wedding. Sean Parker, the creator of Napster, remember? Billions, like, he's got fuck you money. So he's the kind of guy who's like, well, it can't hurt to ask. So he asks Sir Ian McKellen, he's like, will you officiate my wedding? And apparently he was like almost into it, and then he's like, oh, but I have to dress as Gandalf? No. No thanks. Not feeling it. Even for $1.5 million? No, come on. So I thought that was kind of funny. Like,
that's weird.
Yeah, but it's non-news again, but random funny thought. Empire Magazine just released a photo of the new droid to join the team in the Star Wars franchise. This is K2SO.
Oh yeah, I saw this.
So, if you see the Empire Magazine photo, let's see, what looking right here. The picture on Empire's Twitter account gives us a new, closer look at K2 that we haven't had a chance to see in the teasers and trailers. So if you look it up real quick, we'll break it down for you right here. We've got the Imperial insignia on his arm like a tattoo. That's pretty cool. It should be noted that all the footage of K2 so far has showed him with rebel troops, so that's kind of a cool thing to think about. Like, maybe at some point they show when they captured him and reprogrammed him to fight for the rebels. That'd be cool. And Alan Tudyk, you know him from Dodgeball, True Underdog Story. He is doing the voice of K2 and from
Steve the Pirate.
Yeah, Steve the Pirate. So from what he's told various sources is that K2SO, or K2 for short, is going to be kind of like a sassy, like sarcastic character to the team. I think that's cool. They don't really have a droid with that aspect to them. They've got characters that are like that, but no droid so far. So that'll be cool. I think that could be a fun comic relief aspect to what's probably going to be the darker movie in the most recent Star Wars releases.
Yeah, definitely, I agree.
So that'll be cool. The passion of Star Wars fans stays true to death, and for one fan, that passion is all too realistic. In April this year, doctors told Neil Hanvey that he had 8 months left to live, meaning there's a real possibility he might not make it to the theatrical release of Rogue One on December 16th. This possibility led his wife Andrea and Amy Duncan, the hospice worker at St. Michael's in Hereford, to start the hashtag trend, hashtag Rogue One Wish, in an attempt to convince Lucasfilm to let him see the movie early. Well, things got very hopeful when Mark Hamill, Luke Skywalker himself, got on board. He retweeted the link to the program, or the what do you call it?
Make-A-Wish?
Not like Make-A-Wish, but like it was like a link to the story where they talked about it originally. Okay. But anyway, he retweets this link to the story to his 1.5 million followers. And then not only that, an almost identical Star Wars campaign like this happened last year for Daniel Fleetwood. So just yesterday, it was announced that the campaign was a success. Neil Hanvey was granted the opportunity to see Rogue One last Saturday, just before sadly passing away on Monday. On behalf of everyone here at Constant Rotation and after the previews, we'd just like to say rest in peace to Mr. Hanvey and offer our deepest condolences to the Hanvey family and all their friends.
Definitely.
So, may the force be with your soul for eternity, sir.
Yep. That's just, it's cool that they do that, though.
No, it is really cool. I mean,
They
like
reach
that
out
was
and actually are proactive for those who need it.
Yeah, and that was really cool of Amy Duncan too, the hospice worker.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really cool to see people like that, like who have caretaker jobs, going above and beyond to, like, you know, make better the quality of life for their patients. That's really cool.
I would agree. What's next?
On to some brighter news. There's some big stuff going on over at the DC franchise. DC Collective?
DC Extended Universe.
DC everything on this one. You're going to want to call in sick on September 2nd, everybody. As a show of gratitude for their 1 million YouTube subscribers, DC Entertainment will be hosting an 8-hour-long DC All Access event live streamed on YouTube. So they're going to be talking everything DC coming up. They're talking probably Wonder Woman. They're probably talking Justice League. They're probably talking the Batman standalone. They're probably talking Flash, Cyborg, Aquaman. Shazam! He probably going to get casted. You think he's going to get casted?
No. Not on a live stream.
Honestly, I'm a little surprised they'd want to be so transparent with the fans, considering the response to Batman vs. Superman in March.
Yeah.
I'd think they would want to hide some stuff and, like, keep it a surprise and never.
They have to change their ways in order to win back the audience. There's
Guess
no
so.
other way.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You gotta do.
Maybe
the
this
exact
isn't even
opposite.
gratitude.
That's why
for
they
their
did
1
the set
million.
visit, and then the shit came out like a week later or whatever. Usually, when you do a set visit, the report doesn't, and the embargo for the report that you did doesn't actually go live for maybe a month at most before the film comes out. So you're sitting on a report for like 11 months. But with this one, they sent people to the set, and then literally the weekend after, it was allowed to be talked about because they need people to realize that they're not fucking up.
Yeah.
But they are. What's next?
Let's talk about Power Rangers. Remember that corny TV show from when we were kids?
I try not to, but okay, continue.
Well, they're making their way back into the spotlight. Anyone else remember that show? Let's see. Didn't it look like it looked like Japanese anime, but live action, but with no money?
Yeah, there's some shit going on.
Well, it's coming back bigger than ever. Better, that remains to be seen. Looks like director Dean Israelite understands the challenge in front of him, though. He said, I grew up on it, and I have all the same questions other people have. How are we going to update this? How's it going to exist in the contemporary superhero cinema canon? I've tried to add naturalism and a grounded nature and emphasize everything being more character-driven. Power Rangers was always super, like, unbelievable, if I remember correctly. So, to me, it sounds like this movie's probably going to be brought in a real different direction than the actual TV show cartoon was.
Yeah,
You know?
I would agree. I think it's just going to be terrible. I don't have anything to base that off of. I just have a feeling.
I'm hoping it's good because, like, there's some good actors in there. Have you seen who's in it? We've got Elizabeth Banks.
Yeah.
She's gonna be Rita Repulsa, the main villain.
That's going to suck.
You guys know her from Zack and Miri Make a Porno. You know her from The Hunger Games. You know her from Our Idiot Brother. Bryan Cranston, he's playing the Power Rangers mentor Zordon. God, that even sounds weird.
Yeah, whatever.
You know Bryan Cranston from Breaking Bad, Malcolm in the Middle, and Godzilla. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it could be good. It could be bad. It's Power Rangers. Do we care?
No, I don't.
We just talked about it, but let us know what you think about it in the comments. If you think Power Rangers is going to be cool, let us know why. Or hit us up on Twitter at After the Preview. No S, because we couldn't fit it. Real life podcast. I dig when people use their fame and fortune to make the lives better for other people who can't do it themselves. Guess who showed up to a children's hospital in Australia?
Who?
Thor and Loki themselves in the flesh.
Damn.
Chris Hemsworth and Tom Hiddleston, both of them.
I did see this on Facebook. Yeah.
They got in their costumes. Well, not really costumes. Tom Hiddleston put on the black suit Loki wears on Earth, and then Chris Hemsworth had his, Earth civilian clothing. But they both got the wigs, and Chris Hemsworth brought his hammer Mjolnir down to the hospital with him. Took a bunch of pictures with the kids, sat around and like chat with them, hang out with their parents and stuff. Just spent the day with all these kids who can't really enjoy life the way everybody else can,
Yeah.
And that was pretty cool of them.
Definitely.
Can you imagine how happy some of those kids were when they were able to lift Thor's hammer?
Yeah, very cool.
Dude, that's like something Captain America himself couldn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
But these kids got to.
That's definitely true.
Speaking of Thor, we've got what looks like the return of Odin to the Thor franchise, which it wasn't a long break for him, to be honest. But, at the end of the last one, it looked like he might have been dead or something because we had Loki pretending to be him on the throne.
Yeah.
So it was just released in, I think, Vanity Fair. No, Glenn Hunt photo, not Vanity Fair at all. Glenn Hunt, he's been documenting the production of Thor Ragnarok, and he took a picture of Odin actor Anthony Hopkins. I was going to say Anthony Daniels.
That's the very different role.
C-3PO.
Yeah.
No, he took a picture of Anthony Hopkins in what looks like homeless clothing. So there's a few theories online to see what that's all about. If you want to find them, you can find them. But we didn't really look too hard into it because it's like, hey, we know Anthony Hopkins is going to be back. That's cool enough. So check it out for yourselves and let us know what you think in the comments.
Very true.
Very. Dude, did you see the video of the Star Wars and Fast and the Furious mashup?
No.
Oh, this is so badass. As if that fight scene at the end of Fast and the Furious 7 wasn't cool enough, where Jason Statham and Vin Diesel are taking their bent up pieces of car and pipe wrenches and trying to beat the shit out of each other.
Yeah.
As if that wasn't cool enough, someone over at some studio on YouTube swapped out the weapons for lightsabers.
Oh, that's tight.
Oh, it was so sick. I was like, damn, dude, this movie just got good.
That's pretty crazy.
And like it was perfect the way it all worked out. They had him like they show where he picks up the weapon and everything, but they just swapped it out with a lightsaber that wasn't open. And when they opened the lightsabers, when they flipped them on, it looked just like Star Wars.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool.
That's cool. Go check it out, guys.
Definitely go check it out. Whoa! What the hell is this? I lost internet connection for a second. That was weird. Let's play a game, Garrett.
All right.
I have a list here. Top 10 highest paid actresses of the past year. Just throw some actresses out there and see who you think is on it.
Jennifer Lawrence.
Okay, so we talked about that one earlier.
Jennifer Lawrence's friend.
Who's that?
I don't know who. Just list them off.
Oh, come on.
I don't really have it. I don't have anything.
All right, we got number 10, Deepika Padukone.
I've seen what the fuck is
Yeah,
that?
I wouldn't have never got that. She's some Bollywood actress, but she's made 10 million. Good for her. Number 9, Mila Kunis at 11 million.
Okay.
Julia Roberts at number 8 with 12 million.
Okay.
Amy Adams, number 7 with 13.5 million.
Okay.
Charlize Theron, 16.5, number 6. Do you know who Fan Bingbing is?
No.
This is really impressive that she's the number 5 most paid actress of the past year.
She a porn star?
No, she's got 17 million, but she's only been in. She hasn't even been in any American movies since 2014. She was Blink in Days of Future Past.
Oh, there we go. I was gonna say.
But that's like the last American movie she's been in, and she's making more than.
She's probably the big thing over in China.
Maybe, guess so.
Has to be.
Jennifer Aniston's at number 4 with 21 million. Scarlett Johansson, number 3 at 25 million. This one hurts, but I know she's got other stuff coming in other than movies. Melissa McCarthy at number 2, 33 million.
Great.
And then we already talked about Jennifer Lawrence for the second year in a row at 46 million, number 1.
Great.
It feels like non-news, honestly.
Yeah.
Let's see. We've got The Departed is supposed to be turned into a TV series. No. I'm gonna say no right now.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that, but we'll see how it goes, man. I don't know.
I don't feel good about it at all. I mean, that was one of the best movies I've ever seen. Leave it alone. And plus, everyone died.
Yeah.
Except for Mark Wahlberg.
It would just be It would be like some type of continuation.
It'd be some type of show that has nothing to do with The Departed as a movie, and they're just calling it The Departed because there's going to be some undercover cops and some undercover criminals.
Yeah.
That's dumb.
100%.
Have you heard about The Rock's Jumanji promise?
Yeah, not The Promise.
Okay, he promised that it's not going to be a reboot or a remake. They're
Okay.
It's going to be a sequel that takes place sometime after the original Robin Williams story.
Yeah.
And the way that he talked about it on his Instagram, it sounded kind of like he was apologizing. So, I don't know. His tone made me feel like he's going to try to do his best to, honor Robin Williams' movie and his art.
Uh-huh.
So, I don't know. I'm a little bit hopeful for it, but at the same time, you can't be too hopeful with a movie that stars The Rock, Kevin Hart, and Nick Jonas with Jack Black.
Yeah, that's a little strange. But The Rock has like no say over what the movie's about or how the movie's portrayed or if it's a remake or not. So he's just taking a paycheck and reading a script. So it doesn't matter what he said on Instagram, in my opinion. But I'm excited that it's not just a.
But no, it's his production company that's running the movie.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I doubt he's really the dude. But isn't it? Someone has to own Jumanji. Sony owns Jumanji.
I don't know.
He's not owning Sony. Look it up. The Rock's just always acted like he's like the guy calling the shots when he's not. And it's fucking hilarious because him and fucking Vin Diesel need to go sit down.
I was going to say, have you heard about that fight that's going on with him and Vin Diesel?
Yeah, but maybe our audience hasn't.
Yeah, they're I guess, I don't know. They've been feuding for a while on the set of Fast 8, but rumors have speculated that it's probably a build-up to some WrestleMania fight, like WrestleMania number 33. The two of them are going to go at it. Whatever. I mean, get pressed however you want. I don't give a shit if you're fighting on a movie set.
Yeah, whatever to that. I don't care about that.
And to be honest, I don't really care too much about like WrestleMania.
Yeah, Sony's putting out Jumanji. I don't know. Maybe there's some other thing going on. I didn't know Nick Jonas was in this movie.
Yeah, Nick Jonas and Kevin Hart and Jack Black.
Yeah.
It's going to be a weird movie for sure. Let's see. Hey, rap fans.
What's up?
You like Childish Gambino?
Yeah.
Well, he's going to be your new Lando Calrissian.
He's not.
Yeah, he is.
I doubt that.
No, it's already been announced. He was cast.
No, it's not announced by... This isn't announced by Star Wars.
Really?
No.
Fucking where'd I read this? I read it.
No.
I was really stoked
Star
about
Wars
that.
doesn't announce anybody like that. Like that'll never. You will never get a random news site just be like, hey, this is all speculation and people want him to play.
What? I thought I read that he was actually cast.
No.
Damn it,
dude. Alden Ehrenreich was fucking rumored to be on for young Han Solo, and then they just actually confirmed that over at Star Wars Celebration this year, which was like 4 weeks ago, but we've known that for like months. So they don't ever come out and talk about it. Same thing with Marvel. Like, we just assume that, like, it even said in that Jumanji thing that Jack Black and Kevin Hart are just reportedly in it. Like, it's not even like a for sure thing. Like,
huh?
You never know, dude. But hopefully, maybe. There's words that he's screen testing, so hopefully.
Well, I hope he is, because he's a good actor. And I said it was obvious that Michael B. Jordan should be cast, but I was wrong. I would definitely like to see Donald Glover take young Lando.
Yeah, that'd be really interesting if either of them took it on.
So last week, Disney announced that their star Zendaya will be playing Mary Jane Watson in next year's Spider-Man Homecoming.
This is also a rumor by El Maimbe.
Really?
Yeah, out of Heroic Hollywood, which is a facet of the rap. And he was reporting that Mary Jane, he has a lot of inside sources saying that Zendaya is Mary Jane. There's no actual comment from Disney. but they're talking about how
on IMDb it's there already. But then again, IMDb is user
IMDb's
created.
public created. Yeah, dude. Like, the sources are what matters, and like, yeah, it's all speculation. She was rumored to be when she got the role. The role was hidden under the name Michelle, which was an old character back in like a run of fucking Spider-Man, where Spider-Man lived across or had a roommate and her name was Michelle, and he had like a crush on her. She's like a Latina character, so they put the thing under there. So I still think she's playing Michelle, but there's reports that she's probably gonna end up as Mary Jane Watson. El Mayimbe is not the greatest person to have you put a rumor out. The rap's cool. If Jeff Snyder was the one reporting this, I would believe it more. But El Mayimbe is just like, he's so hit or miss. He was saying that like, what's her name was like someone from Batman v Superman was playing something crazy, and it like he was so positive. Like, I have so many sources saying this, and it like never happened. So it's like, all right, man. But
Well,
hopefully, I don't know about as long as she has red hair, that's the only thing you need for, like, the race doesn't matter. People were freaking out about the whole race
that's what I was
bullshit.
going to talk about it. Was like everybody's tripping about like, we've seen this before, okay? Like, and we need to stop seeing it. Just get over it. It doesn't matter what color she is, as long as she's a good actress. She's a fictional character. She wasn't written white.
True.
You know? Like, her character wasn't written white. No, her character was written female. If Zendaya is a good enough actress, then she deserves the part just as well as anyone else would.
Exactly.
Right? And I haven't been let down by any MCU actors yet.
And
So
you could have some auburn hair.
yeah, I mean, it could just be like a hint of red, or it could be fucking dyed red.
I'd like it to be bright-ass red, though.
I mean, that would be...
I hope she goes, like, super red. I don't know.
That would look kind of weird, probably.
What's next?
But, you know, I haven't been let down by any MCU actors yet, so I'm not really expecting it. I don't know. Seriously, I don't get why people get mad when writers make white comic book characters black.
Yeah, I don't know either, honestly.
Like, no one gets mad when white actors play Jesus.
Yeah. And Jesus wasn't white, so.
Yeah, so
With it.
do us a favor on this one. Don't let us know what you think in the comments, because we're not trying to start a race war anywhere. This one, just, you can take it for what it is. Hear it after the previews. Next up, we've got... what about ice? And have you heard of Max Steel? Do you remember the toy from when we were little kids?
Yeah, I do.
You do? I fucking don't. And I was 3.
See, I didn't remember, but I looked at the picture online. By name, I didn't remember, but then I looked at the picture online, and like, my brother totally had some of those.
Oh man, I don't remember those at all. I vaguely remember the
That's
TV
not my
show that was on.
generation. This is me looking at my brother's old.
Yeah, no. Shit, if it's not my generation, then definitely not yours.
Exactly.
No, I vaguely remember the TV show, but they I guess they got enough popularity now to become a live action movie, because they just released their international trailer. It looked like
just like what we were talking about with the remake, that's just using the name to be the remake.
yeah, it kind of like doesn't really
They
go
don't
off
need
of
to
what the
make-
toy is
this
at all.
could be anything else, and you could make this movie the same exact movie that's gonna come out, and no one would notice.
Yeah.
No one would be like, "Oh, isn't this like Max Steel?" No one would fucking notice.
Yeah, this movie actually looks more like Iron Man than anything.
Yeah. The trailer
So-
looked terrible. It looked like a fan-made movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually,
So-
can we stop talking about it?
All right.
What else you got?
I got a thing about... Oh, right. So this week, Don't Breathe is coming out. Starring Stephen Lang from Avatar and Public Enemies.
Okay.
Okay. And Suburgatory's Jane Levy is going to be in that one. According to buzz on the internet, just random people talking about stuff, they think this one's going to take over spot number 1 from Suicide Squad. What do you think?
I mean, it's possible. Suicide Squad's gonna make like 10 million. So
Here's the thing. It doesn't matter if they take spot 1 from Suicide Squad, because
It's gonna be so
Suicide
much
Squad's
lower.
been... Well, Suicide Squad's been out for fucking 4 weeks. Like,
well, I'm saying the money that this movie's gonna make hails in comparison.
Yeah,
what
exactly.
Suicide
Like,
Squad made
I would-
week 1. You can't compare
Yeah,
a
exactly.
week 5 movie with a week 1 movie.
exactly what I was going to say. I was going to say I'll be impressed if they can beat Suicide Squad's week 1 profits, but
can't.
I don't think they're
There's
going
no
to do it.
fucking way.
There's no way, dude. The hype was too real, and
It'd be one of the most profitable movies like ever.
Suicide Squad was a late summer movie that came out right before all the kids went back to school too. Now the kids are back in school. This movie's gonna come. It's a horror movie in early fall, late summer. Like that's not the right time to release this movie if you're trying to make a shit ton. I don't think they got a whole lot of good going for them in this one. So
what else you got, Kyle?
that's all I got.
All right, then Kyle was lucky enough to go and see a movie this week, as we hinted at it earlier. So this is the point where Kyle's going to break down War Dogs.
All right. I did see War Dogs, this movie, and I give this movie a solid, a rock hard 9 out of 10. Only reason I don't give it the full 10 is because there were some parts of it that I felt were unnecessary. They just I feel like they had to dumb down parts of this movie to appeal to a wider audience of people with less of an attention span.
Okay.
And that's just honestly that's what it felt like in parts of it. It just felt like why would you do that? But there were so few, and I only noticed them because I look for these things. I'm sure nobody else noticed this. Mm-hmm. So that's why I only take I only give it a 9 out of 10. But honestly, movie was great, and here's why. Start with the fact that it's a true story. I love true story movies. I like learning about history, and the cast was fucking phenomenal. I believed every second of it, and it was the perfect cast for it too. Miles Teller as David Packouz, the story's narrator and protagonist, and you've seen him in 100 fucking movies in the past 2 years or so. But just in case you don't know who he is, he starred in Whiplash. He starred in 21 and Over. He starred in that Fantastic Four abortion we had last year. He starred in The Spectacular Now. I'm a Miles Teller fan all the way. He had a couple shitty movies that's on his booking agent, but I seriously think the dude can act any part.
The guy gets a bad break.
Yeah, I mean in fairness, he has enough good movies that it's nobody cares that you were just in all the Divergent movies, and nobody cares that you just did that Fantastic Four shit, because you're a good actor, man.
I care.
I'm gonna keep giving him everything I got.
I care.
You don't care.
I know.
No, seriously, no. I am a Miles Teller fan all the way, and co-starring with him, we've got Jonah Hill as Ephraim Diveroli, Packouz's best friend and business partner, and really the antagonist of this movie. Though he is Packouz's partner, there's some shit that goes down throughout that it's his fault. Spoiler alert, because this is the last segment of our show. Segment. Why did I say segment again?
I don't know. Stylistic choice, maybe.
Spoiler alerts from here on to the end.
Okay.
Just in case. Okay, so anyway, got Jonah Hill in there. Let's be real, dude. Jonah Hill's a fucking shapeshifter. He can if you thought Miles Teller was a good actor,
I thought it was some weird plot twist that it became a science fiction movie and he was really a shapeshifter, and I got really scared.
No. I'm like, what am I
It's
too
like
loud?
Jesus.
No, dude. Jonah Hill, seriously, he's a fucking shapeshifter. The dude can literally act anything. I mean, you've seen him in Moneyball, and you saw him a completely different character in Superbad, and you saw him in 21 Jump Street. This dude, I don't know, man. I think this dude's up there with the Sean Penns of the world.
Oh shit.
I'm a Jonah Hill fanboy now.
Okay.
Anyway, where was I? Oh, anyway, yeah, he really became Ephraim Diveroli in this movie. Throughout the movie, I constantly found myself thinking wow, man, how he must have spent a lot of time with this guy, learning about who he was and everything. I mean, or either that or Jonah Hill is just fucking amazing, because, like I said, I believed every second of this movie. Supporting in this movie, we've got an up-and-coming Cuban actress, Ana de Armas. She played Packouz's girlfriend. She's got a few Cuban movies on her resume, and tomorrow night you'll be seeing her in Robert De Niro's new boxing movie, Hands of Steel. Kevin Pollak plays Ralph Slutsky, a local entrepreneur who's invested in Diveroli and Packouz's business. You probably remember Kevin Pollak from late 90s and early 2000s movies like The Whole 9 Yards and The Whole 10 Yards. He was also in Frank McCluskey's CI and The Usual Suspect. And there's a surprise guest star in the movie as well. Should I spoil it, Garrett?
Go for it.
Oh fuck! I'm blacking the name.
Then don't.
No. Rocket Raccoon. Bradley Cooper. I knew it started with a B. I'm an idiot. Sorry, that was this margarita getting to me.
Yep. There you go.
Bradley Cooper. He's a surprise guest star. Not just a cameo. He's actually a very important character. He's an
He was in the trailers, I think.
Was he in the trailers? Well,
Yeah.
that's not even a surprise now. They just waited so long for him to show up. I thought it was a surprise. Anyway, now I'm a jackass. Anyway, he plays this arms dealer who is on the blacklist in America. He's literally on the terrorist watch list because he had some shady deals with the American government years back. Okay, reason number 3 that this movie is great. It's such a step outside of the comfort zone for Todd Phillips. You think Todd Phillips, if you're like me, you think the Hangover trilogy, you think old school, you think road trip. I don't think crime thriller. I don't think true story drama, you know? This was it's like, aside from the fact that it's outside his comfort zone, but this movie was amazing for what it was. Finding out that it's a Todd Phillips movie, like now I'm just beyond impressed that he was able to do something this different for him after, I mean decades of doing raunchy teen comedies, you know? The way that the movie was made, they had Miles Teller, David Packouz, they had him narrate the story throughout the movie. So it kind of just like it adds to the emotion of David Packouz as a character and as a real human. It feels like you're really experiencing what he felt in all of these scenarios. So that was really cool. And then they had this thing in between segments, like it not like different acts of the movie, but like it felt like with the narration when they cut a scene and then they put up this like it's just a black screen with a white quote on there. And it's just a quote from like somewhere later on in the movie. You don't know when it's going to come up, but someone's going to say it in a second. So they were doing that at parts where it really felt like it was dividing the story up into chapters like a book. So that was pretty cool. It's hard to explain it, I guess, like because it's just like a feeling that you think of when you're watching the movie. But just to know when you do watch the movie, like just notice that. The real David Packouz actually has a cameo appearance in the movie. There's a part where Miles Teller goes to this retirement home because he's trying to sell these bed sheets for like way too expensive. And David Packouz is there as a singer entertaining the old people. So that was kind of cool. And the ending to this movie was fucking perfect. Like absolutely perfect. I mean, it was a true story, so they had to go the way that it played out in real life, but the way it was shot, the way every last detail unfolded, the music adding up to it, just nothing was left to be questioned except for this one thing that they talked about later in the movie that in real life they never solved what happened. This guy goes missing and they never found him, so spoiler as fuck. But yeah, that was the only unsolved mystery, and this movie really like it gave you closure on all these different aspects of the movie, and I feel like they didn't leave anything out. So definitely solid 9 out of 10. Like I said, like some parts of it, like for me, because I was looking for it, some parts of it felt like they were trying to dumb it down for a broader audience. But hey, that's what you need to do when you're trying to make a shitload of money, right?
That's true.
So if not for my nitpickiness, 10 out of 10. With my nitpickiness, solid, hard, rock hard, 9 out of 10. Go watch War Dogs. All right, so coming out this week in the theaters, we've got your most anticipated of this week, Don't Breathe, starring Jane Levy and Stephen Lang.
Stephen Lang.
We've also got Hands of Stone with Edgar Ramirez and Robert De Niro. Got Mechanic Resurrection with Jessica Alba and Jason Statham. Complete Unknown starring Rachel Weisz and Michael Shannon. That sounds cool. I don't even know what it's about. Southside with You with Parker Sawyers and Tika Sumpter. Daylight's End, Johnny Strong and Lance Henriksen. Greater with Christopher Severio and Neil McDonough. Haulers with John Krasinski and Richard Jenkins. That sounds cool. In Order of Disappearance, starring Liam Neeson, where Liam Neeson plays the famous older man who knows what to do at all times.
Interesting.
The Intervention with Kobe Smulders and Natasha Lyonne. Kobe Smulders is doing a movie again that isn't The Avengers? Cool.
Hey.
I'll check it out. I don't even know what that's about either. But it says Intervention on it, so I'm guessing something with telling someone that they're doing some shit too much.
It's a marriage intervention.
All right, cool. So those are your movies coming out this week. What do you think, top 10?
Top 5. I'm not doing top 10.
All right, yeah, top 5.
That's too hard. I'm going to go...
Honestly, I think Suicide Squad stays to number 1.
Yeah. Fuck. All right, I'm going to go... Suicide Squad. Don't Breathe. War Dogs. Sausage Party Kubo.
All right, I'm going Suicide Squad, Don't Breathe, Sausage Party, War Dogs, and
There's no way the mechanic works.
no, shit, Hands of Stone.
You know what? I'm putting the mechanic number 5.
I'm thinking Hands of Stone. You know, I honestly don't think Hands of Stone, but I don't feel right guessing something else because, like, as soon as I say it's not going to be Hands of Stone, it'll be Hands of Stone.
Exactly.
I'm thinking De Niro still has enough to his name that people are like, I want to go see a De Niro movie.
Let's hope. But the kitten movie that just came out, 9 Lives, did not work out. Wasn't that him? I know that was Spacey, but same shit. Could have been him. Oh, anyways. Moving on. Where can they find you?
We can find me on Twitter at Kyle Was Like, KYLEWUZ like. And you can find me on SoundCloud if you're trying to find music that has nothing to do with this podcast.
Do it.
I don't know what my honestly, I don't remember what my SoundCloud is.
You'll find it maybe one day.
Yeah, like you'll find it on Twitter probably.
My name's Garrett at Yogurt YOGRRTT. Just like my third favorite dairy product, concertation.com, concertation.com/after the previews. That's where you're gonna find this podcast and all things pertaining to this podcast. Or you can just look up Concertation on iTunes, Concertation on SoundCloud, soundcloud.com/concertation, I believe is the link. Every Monday we got good shit coming. In Rotation compilation goes live on Monday. Art Watson, he's dropping an exclusive track the same day that you're probably listening to this.
RDJ.
Exactly, back in the day.
Back in the day.
We appreciate you, and Kyle wants to tell you to do something right
That's been After the Previews. Shut off your cell phone.
now, bitch.